Juwuan, Jared McDonald with the Daily News here. Back at it today. How does it feel to just be back at it after a summer where there was so much uncertainty?
It feels good to get back out there and get into normal swing of things. Football just makes everyone I know that they make them feel better and feel great about themselves, and just create some normalcy in this crazy world we're living in right
Juwuan, Casey Warner, College Heights Herald. How has it been being a leader in a time right now? Has it been more challenging or has it been less challenging with coaches stepping up?
It's probably more challenging. You try to keep people focused and keep people on the same path. There's always a goal is to win championships and win games, and play great football, put great football out there for our fans at WKU and everywhere else. And so, to answer your question, it's been a great challenge.
Juwuan, Jared with the Daily News again. Coach preached honesty and communication. I guess, how have you seen that throughout the summer and now leading into camp now, just the honesty and communication from the guys on the team?
He's been preaching it. He said if you don't feel good, if you don't feel safe, you can talk to him and let him know. And he respects that. Some people, it's the crazy time, coronavirus, and some people are scared of the sickness and get it. And we have great protocols in place to help us stay safe and stay healthy.
Juwuan, Casey Warner again, College Heights Herald. With social distancing and all these new protocols in place, how easy or I guess how hard has it been to practice things like physicality, where you got to be more in-person contact and stuff like that?
It's definitely been an adjustment. On our helmets, we kind of have like a plastic face shield, and some people have visors as well. And that's to limit the amount of, respiratory droplets transferring from one person to another. But it's definitely an adjustment having that on your helmet when it's never been on your helmet and things like that. And it's just adversity, and you just got to fight through it.
Juwuan, personally for you, what are your expectations for yourself now that you guys are in camp and leading into the season? What are your expectations this year for yourself personally?
Well, personally is to always do my job every play. That's something you can control, and also have give 100% effort, like running to the ball after the play, and things you can control, and do those to the best of my ability. And obviously, I do my job. I give great effort. The stats and accolades will come.
Just to kind of follow up on that, Coach Helton said it was kind of like pick your poison with you and D'Angelo. With D'Angelo coming back as the Defensive Player of the Year in the conference last year, do you feel like you fly under the radar a little bit?
I feel a little, underrated. I felt like I had a better season last year than my redshirt year, and I was honorable mention in my redshirt freshman year. But last year I didn't get anything, and I had better stats than a lot of DNs in our conference and stuff. And I felt kind of disrespected about that. So this year I got something to prove.
Juwuan, Casey Warner again. What is kind of the overlying goal for this year's team? Is it Conference USA championship, national championship? Just kind of lay it on me. What's the goal this year?
I think our Coach White always says, take it one game at a time. We're gonna do that first and foremost, and obviously championships are obviously the goal. Conference championship, Conference USA, get back to being on top and showing the conference what we're about.
Juwuan, this is John Lewis at WDRB in Louisville. How big of an opportunity is this opening game for you against U of L?
It's a big opportunity for all of us. Playing a Power 5 school is always a big deal. We played them last year and they got the best of us, but I think we got something special for them this year. We're gonna give them our all.
Cole, Casey Warner, College Heights Herald. You all have 4 offensive linemen that started last year on the team coming back. What does that mean for you all this year, and how is that going to transition into, maybe a leadership role on this year's team? Just discuss that a little bit.
Well, it's awesome, having guys come back that you've played with the last couple of years. Me, Tyler, Jordan, Seth have, we've been doing this since my freshman year, so about going on year 4. And, as really some veterans on the team, a lot of people look to us, and Coach Goff tells us all the time, the team goes how we go. So we just got to understand that, and, we just got to work to be leaders because we're all older guys now, especially them. They're all 3 of them redshirt seniors, and, a lot of people look to them.
Cole, how much does having all that experience back help where you guys are going to have a quarterback battle going into the camp?
It's pretty it helps out a lot actually because, it's not like we're learning as well. You know, we're familiar with the system. We know the system. So that quarterback who might not be as comfortable in the system, you know, we kind of have his back. You know, he can rely on us and count on us.
You know, sticking with those quarterbacks, from your perspective, what have you seen from those guys so far?
I mean, they're all pretty good, in my opinion. They're all doing a great job. You know, Piggy, Shanley, Darius, KT, they all done a phenomenal job so far.
Cole, this is John Lewis at WDRB in Louisville. You're a Louisville kid. How big is this opener for you, especially with everything that's going on, but to be able to open up against against U of L?
You know, any opportunity to play against a Power 5 is awesome, but also being able to go home and play against Louisville in front of, you know, hopefully we get to have fans there. I don't know the situation there, but getting to play them like in my hometowns, it's always been a phenomenal experience for me. And, you know, when I got to go back my sophomore year and get to play there, I mean, it was awesome. I loved it.
Cole, Casey Warner again, College Heights Herald. Pretty talented defense lining up on the other side in practice. Have you all been able to have any inter-squad scrimmages where you've been able to line up across from that defensive line, or how has that went so far?
You know, we've been able to do it a little bit here and there. It's been very limited, obviously, but I mean, even in what we've been able to do, I mean, Juwuan, D'Angelo, you know, our D tackles, they do a great job giving us a look, and especially for me being a tackle, having to block those guys one-on-one, I mean, it's great for me. You know, it really helps me work on what I need to work on, and anything I'm lacking, you know, they'll expose it real quick, so I better get it fixed.
Anything else for Cole? All right.
Well, Hunter Smith, WBKO, just kind of as a player, take us through kind of what was going through your head last week with, you know, the Big Ten, Pac-12 postponing their seasons, but then you have the remaining Power 5 conferences and Conference USA coming forward and saying we're going to push through the season, at least for now.
Well, I think that opens up a lot of opportunity for these smaller schools to really get on a big stage. I mean, you got a lot of TV time that just opened up, so, you know, hopefully we'll be able to get some more games on TV, and, you know, obviously that opens up a lot of space for some bowl spots. So, you know, keep pushing, get this Conference USA championship, and then we'll see what goes on from there.